Question number 2, Jim, what is your most memorable experience with the weather, hail, microburst, driving wind, reporting from the field? My most incredible experience was the experience that I didn't expect. I like to pride myself on the fact that I kind of have an idea of what's coming out there. And during Hurricane Katrina back in 2005, when we were in Gulfport, Mississippi at the Armed Forces Retirement Home, one of 2 in the country, with about 475 of our heroes that had not been evacuated, mind you, I had to think about what I could do to my crew and kind of prepare them for what was going to happen, because I knew we were going to have water, I knew we were going to have power outages, I knew it was going to get kind of freaky. And it did. I mean, you're talking about cars sitting in a parking lot, wind blown into one corner, bobbing around like rubber duckies. That's something you don't see every day. Trees floating across the parking lot, stacking up against the cars. Those kind of things. So I tried to prepare them for that. But about 8.5 hours before landfall, we took a little 15-minute break. And mind you, that is about all the break you get when you're doing live TV. And we went inside and we started having a little breakfast. So 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, whatever, we walked out, and all of a sudden there's 3 feet of water in the parking lot. And I said, holy smoke, what the heck? There must be a drain clog somewhere. The water's still coming up, still coming up, still coming up. And all of a sudden my guys are jumping in the water. We had gotten in late that night. A lot of their gear had not been out of the cars and automobiles yet. And next thing I know, these things are floating around all over the place. And I'm on a rescue mission pulling guys from the car, as opposed to reporting on the weather. Needless to say, that was the end of our broadcast that day. What freaked me was not knowing. That's what freaked me. Because I didn't expect the surge from Katrina to come in 8.5 hours early. But the system, we later learned through studies, that was so large that if you start taking water of that magnitude in the entire Gulf and shoving it up to a corner where it cannot escape, it has no place to go but up. And that's exactly what it did. So the surge component of Katrina, what I call the first wave surge component, actually came in far earlier than most of us expected. And as a result of that, we lost about 4 vehicles, and I had a satellite truck operator who actually got out to his truck, drove it up to higher ground. He rode out the entire storm in his satellite truck, and he lived to tell about it. But after the water subsided and I got to go out and go after him, you've never seen 2 men cry like you did that day. Because one thing I will tell you, and I'm not a military guy, but you never, ever want to lose your wingman, ever. And that's exactly what I didn't want to do that day. So that meant a lot to me, but that is my most memorable moment.